We are just 71 days away from the 2024 general election. Good afternoon and welcome to Election Brief. We're live on DSTV channel 421, GoTV channel 125, on all our social media platforms and around the world on myjoyonline.com. Election Headquarters is brought to you by Petrosol Platinum Energy, Energizing Dreams, the Chartered Institute of Management Accountants, CIMA, and the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants, together as the Association of International Certified Professional Accountants. Is also brought to you by German Ozone Medical Center, Alternative Therapy, Dental Wellness and Beauty, as well as Chopbox Technologies, a convenient service, and Youth Bridge Foundation, bridging the gap for positive youth development. My name is Faustina Safo. Please stay for details. Thanks for choosing us for your home of independent, fearless, and credible journalism. Now we start with the NDC flag bearer, John Dramani Mahama. He's on a tour of the Greater Accra region at Ablekuma North constituency. Residents gathered at Chumamli Trotro station at Odoko, where the flag bearer informed them of his position on the presidential ballot paper, number 8. He questioned how the NPP can break the 8 if he is holding on to the 8. He also made 2 promises: one, to work hard for the people and always tell citizens the truth. Take a listen.
Yo, mesdames, assez. Obiandro 8 na meje. Thank you. Someone him say, na watchi yekoye ade a friend of balloting. Na balloting no ema party ni omo mujina presidential election ni na obi yi position na obenya e wo ballot paper no so enti yekoyi ya nyame ncha de yekoyi number 8 ezu enti ebin mo ka se omo be breaki 8 no 8 no e wo menchen ezu 8 eyende hewo aba break 8 makwe omo be break 8 no na mehwe ezu eza we de yen kan bebre efri say ye nyina ene eti krom ha yenim bibia ekoso ewo krom ha yeni that say na nyoma esitie 2016 abra NDC wa ban mu yenim enada ye bedada yen say NDC ni medjuma no enti the Ghana for entuntia ni ensi fom say ne be ya MPP beba beje oban no enne amene o ka say me kai say 2016 a driver for taxi for trotro for omo ye ekuo bi a ye friend no drivers for change na samre no omo tumi ye demonstration na omo de omo cars align kwan no na ye demonstrate adentia mo haw ne den ye se o petrol boy den dodo mama petrol boy den dodo na ye nuanom so aka chrom se nyame ya o madom na omo ba aban mu a on beti petrol no bo no so enti omo se ye ne president mama o se usifom na ye nuanom embeje oman no na omo nte petrol no bo so na petrol no ne boy say 14 cedis me boy for 1 gallon me boy 14 cedis for 1 gallon nipa almost on beti petrol no so and petrol boy say 70 Ghana for 1 gallon. So 14 cedis now 2016. What they told 1 gallon no. And then oko at 1 liter pe. 1 share yempo liter bottle no enyama. Ezu enti enadano em say ati ni so. Na utimi dada nipa ni edikai. Utimi dada ni biom ni etoso. And so said any panel to me dada o and premier sadia and ye sebi ampa One kasa we home. Ezu French for Becca we go. Ezu enti ye ni ate afa de ndada bia enye adwuma menim se emre no duru ho a ye de sika beba ni aka se wo monje sika kakra na momfa nye adwuma ni ade sika no me ka se ma monje emode ba monje efise ye Ghana fo sika ezu enso emre no duru ho na okoto wa ba na wato aba ama no kre no NDC na di no kre NDC yan kan kire mu ni ayentimi nye NDC ye action people wo be ho ani eye yen ko kase ye be ye se na ayi nim se ye nye ebi no kase politicians omunyina ye baako me se da bi enye no kre ye wo politicians mo ahodo ye wo omo mudi no kre ena omo mudi ntro nya omudi ntro no tumi ena omo pe na omo adwene se kache nipa no ni omo pe se omutie na omo ntoma o omo toma wa wentimi anyempo anya hwe me ya ntete besa ade a mintimi nya me nka se meye ezu enti motoma me na me beye mampanyi a nyame adawromenti enioma mienu ena metimi a province mo na edikan ene se meye edwumaden ama mo 24 hours a day meye edwuma ababo ezu eza ni etosu number 2 emre bia meka kire mo no kre no me ndada mo da enioma nya me ba be ka kire mo se enioma nye na moto aba ma me se me be president se enioma enya me fix it.
My colleague Maxwell Ogaba is on the ground for us. He joins us live via Zoom with more. Maxwell, John Mahama says he's holding on to the aid. How are residents receiving this message?
Hello, Faustina.
Hi, Maxwell. I can hear you loud and clear. Mahama says he's holding on to the aid. How are residents receiving this message?
Well, he made the comments to loud applause from the people who had gathered at the cocoa paste spare parts market, which was his first port of call in the Brikama North constituency. At a second location at Odoko also, he made the same statement about symbolically holding on to the number 8 position and questioning how the NPP would break the 8 when he's holding on to the number. And there have been quite a number of variations in which the NDC is using in this constituency that we've been to drum home the point and get the message to stick that the party is number 8 on the ballot paper. So quite a number of places that we've been to hear the MCs saying that B8 John Mahama, B8 John Mahama, B8, and all of this an attempt to get it to stick in the minds of people. Still at the Kokompe spare part market, one of the MCs actually told the crowd that had gathered that they should pay particular attention also to the symbol of the NDC, which is the umbrella, and says that that symbol is going to be there on the ballot paper and that they shouldn't confuse it. Key among the things that the NDC flag bearer has been talking about is an ultra-modern market for the Kokompe spare parts dealers. And he's been urging them that if they vote for the NDC, when the NDC is elected into power, they would ensure that they complete an ultra-modern space where they can do business. He promised them about good washrooms, good roads, good chefs, and all the things that makes a marketplace befitting. And that's one of the promises he's been making to the spare parts dealers at the Kokompe spare parts market. Key among the issues that also came up is the depreciation of the cedi against the dollar, which he says has compelled some persons to use other ports instead of the Tema ports, to import goods. He says if the NDC is elected, the NDC would put in place mechanisms that would ensure that the ports become favorable to do business, especially with the way the cedi is depreciating against the dollar. And he took a job at the NPP. He says they've done little to ensure that the city is in a better place. He says the current vice president, the NPP presidential candidate, had earlier said that he had arrested the city and given the key. He had arrested the dollar and given the key to the IGP. But he says now we can't really say anything like that because the spare parts dealers are complaining. Everybody's complaining about the depreciation of the city against the dollar. So that's one of the key things, he's been talking about on his rounds. He's visited the Ablikuma North constituency. Now he's at Abosu-Kain. He's going to go to the Ablikuma South and then Ablikuma West constituencies, where he's expected to continue to share his message to the people.
Thank you, Maxwell. Now, we apologize for that poor sound quality. Let's take you live to Kumasi Mall in the Ashanti region, where the Akan edition of the National Dialogue on Defending Media Freedom is currently underway.
Central Ford Kwan, Etua Paso, and Nam no Quaridie Enti, for and Central Ford Family, Hashtag Defend Media Freedom GH.
Central Phone Nifa Hudia, a sumo nyuma mana hoso, na nokure ewu amonamono. Hashtag Defend Media Freedom GH.
Well, this session led by our colleagues on the Adum platform's cases to journalists and stakeholders in the southern zone of the country in preparation for the December 7 election. The first edition, held in Accra exactly a month ago, was spearheaded by the Joy Brands. This is the second and final edition aimed at ensuring a safer environment for journalists, especially as they head to the field to report on election day. Well, Adum News editor Martha Krentulakwa is on the ground and she joins us live with updates. Hi Martha, great to see you in Kumasi. What's happening?
First, good afternoon and good to see you too. Like you introduced, we came to Kumasi for the Media Freedom Dialogue series. So we just finished and we're actually on our way back to Accra.
Walk us through some of the key speakers that came to the dialogue today and what key message they had for us.
Okay, so it's interesting we're having this conversation on the show because at this time, we know you're hearing more political stories than other stories because we are nearing the December 7th election day. And so we are looking at positioning the media person, the media house, every journalist in a way that they would say within this period, whilst highlighting the importance of having a journalist free to do his or her work, or having the media house free to operate without any oppression from any parties, be it politician or any other interest groups. So we had politicians on our panel, the two major political parties. We had NPP represented by a team led by Chairman Muntu, who is the Ashanti Regional Chairman of the party. Then we had the NDC team represented by the head, the communications director for Ashanti Region, former Ashanti Regional Minister that is under the NDC regime. And they all came in because we want to have a conversation and get the buy-in of politicians to assure us that never again will we have any journalist attacked because of the nature of their work. Then we had the chairperson of the National Media Commission, Mr. Yawwedu Ayepo, a regulatory body, so we needed to bring them in to tell us the way forward, to suggest ways of dealing with these issues. Then we have a communications lecturer who himself had practiced at the Graphic Communications Group Limited, that is Dr. Daniel Mahama. Now he is a lecturer at the School of the Communications Department of Mahama University of Science and Technology. Then we had our very own Erastus Asaridonko, who is actually the reigning journalist of the year until tomorrow, when we hear otherwise. He's still the reigning on the panel. And we talked about various issues, but most importantly, about the safety of the journalists.
Thank you, Martha. Well, we want you to know that the National Dialogue on Defending Media Freedom is proudly brought to you in partnership with CDD Ghana and funded by the Embassy of Denmark under SDG 16 project. You're watching Election Brief. We'll be back after this breather. Thanks for staying with us. Now, with just 71 days until the general election, the parliamentary race in the Abuakwa South constituency is intensifying as constituents demand urgent solution to the lack of clean water worsened by the ongoing Galamsey crisis. They are also calling for more job opportunities to address the rising youth unemployment. Meanwhile, the NDC and MPP candidates are locked in a heated battle, each claiming to be the better leader for the constituency. In today's Constituency Lens, we focus on the pressing demands of the voters and what candidates have to offer.
Here on the street of Chibi, there are a lot of youth who walk down the street and complain about issues such as youth unemployment and others. I have caught up with two gentlemen here who are also going to share with us their concerns they expect the politicians to address in the lead up to the 2024 elections. So I have with me Christopher, who is on my right. So what are your issues?
Well, there are many issues at hand now, but I only just on three. Okay. What are we expecting any of the government that will come into power to do is I want any government who want to come to the power to be able to make sure that our road networks are very, very good. Okay. They should be able to give us an outline on how they'll be able to change all these issues in their manifestos.
Unemployment is also one of the big issues around here. People graduate and they don't get access to any work to do. They have to go to Galamsey and all that. Then people are chasing them, people are dying. So unemployment also is. And also one concern is about water. We have a very, very bad condition of water. We don't get good access of water to drink, water to cook. So these are my three issues that I want the government to get access to it so that you will solve it for us.
My issue is the unemployment, and poor road network, and then electricity. See, nowadays doing so not too much.
Immediate posting after school, and that's my issue. That when we complete, we want the government to post us immediately so that we don't stay at home without doing nothing.
There are two people vying for the sole seat from the MPP side and also from the NDC side. I'm fortunate to be joined by the aspirant on the ticket of the NPP.
Kingsley is well defined by the constituents as education man. Right from KG1 to P3, you have what we call the Kingsley Readathon. It's a reading series that is done annually. There's nowhere within the 110 polling stations, 24 electoral areas, that you will not find the blueprints of Kingsley engaging socially.
You see, there is a trend in Ghana now that anyone who wants to be a member of parliament or wants to hold in a political office will strategically, a year or 6 months before, start doing some charity works, giving out books, doing health screening for people, sharing food and all those things. And all of a sudden, the person posters appears and start canvassing for votes and all that. But Carlos, I mean, in my own small way, I have been doing a lot for my people. And I don't believe in this flaunting of, because that is not the reason why I do those things.
The countdown is on and the race to the Jubilee House is getting heated, but not without some humor. Prince Kwame Kuduka chronicles some of the light moments on the campaign trail.
Last week, the Electoral Commission released a list of political parties and independent candidates who are qualified to be on the ballot paper for the December 7th election. But how did disqualified aspirants receive the news? Here's flag bearer of the People's National Convention, Bernard Mona.
As somebody who was driving a VIP bus upon hearing the news, you know what happened?
You tell
He
me.
skipped the road.
What?
And almost caused a calamity for all of us in this nation.
Because of your disqualification?
Because of the disqualification. As I speak to you, my uncle, upon hearing the news, has not spoken since morning.
The Progressive People's Party, PPP, also did not take this lightly. Nanao Foriousu is the national chairman of the party.
We feel we have been bamboozled. We have been mistreated.
So
the Electoral Commission has acted unlike how they have been set up to act. And they have used their powers capriciously. We are definitely going to court, my brother. And I guarantee you, we will be on the ballot for this election in 2024.
Right after the balloting at the Electoral Commission, political parties began marketing the positions with songs and slogans. For the NPP, Dennis Miracles Abuaje is Director of Communication for Dr. Baumia's campaign.
Oye no mawano, to abamano. You understand? Say wokako to abana, share dia odikai, yodikai Dr. Baumia, to abamano. So I mean, it's very simple and straightforward.
But the NDC had a swift response. Mustafa Gbande is a Deputy General Secretary.
The first shall be the last. That the builder build in vain if God hasn't built. And that the number 8 means that the 8 stops right where it is today. The 8 shall not be broken. That 8 will be a weapon to liberate the people of Ghana.
The campaigns have seen a lot of promises from all sides, but independent presidential candidate Joachim Brahma seemed to have a super promise.
I'm coming up with a four-day work week. Monday, Thursday we work, and Friday, Saturday, and Sunday we are off. That's what I call work and happiness. So this gives everybody the time to do their own work, their own enterprise. You have Friday off, you have Saturday off, you have Sunday off. And also, we can bank all the holidays to Friday if need be, and this will save us all the problems. So these are what I'm saying.
Let's like more of enjoyment for Ghanaians. Oh.
Work and happiness is what I call it. Right. So every Friday is our day.
With just 71 days to the general elections, and as the various campaigns crisscross the country, we will continue to share with you these light moments. It is not all heated on the grounds. Prince Kwame Kudoge's report for Joy News.
And that's how we wrap up the bulletin. For more news, please log on to myjoyonline.com. Have a pleasant weekend as you enjoy the rest of our programs. Good afternoon.